The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin Roosevelt said that on the day of his first inauguration. It was a pretty brave statement. He was becoming president in one of the worst years to ever become president. Smack dab in the middle of the Great Depression, he was staring down the barrel of a tanked economy. And he thought the only thing to be afraid of was fear? Actually, anyone who suffered an intense phobia knows that the fear of something can easily be more crippling than the thing itself. This week, we took a viewer suggestion from Dylan, who wrote in about his fear of learning how to drive. Well, Dylan, today we're going to walk you through a 5-step method for conquering your fear. Are you ready? Fear isn't entirely a bad thing. In fact, it's a biological response that keeps us from climbing into lion pits at the zoo and doing other similarly stupid things. However, when you don't address your fears, they can mess with your confidence. They can keep you from accomplishing the things that you want to do, and even take a toll on your mental health. We're going to show you how to face those fears head on. Pause and print this Wellcast worksheet. Step 1. Put your fear under a microscope. Trying not to think about the thing you're scared of is about as easy as, ow, ignoring a nasty paper cut. You can do it until you accidentally get lemon juice in it. Instead of ignoring those thoughts, examine your fear completely. In your Wellcast journal, write down exactly what you're afraid of and how this fear makes you feel. What are the physical side effects of feeling this way? What are you missing out on because of this fear? For example, my fear of learning how to drive is making me sick to my stomach every time I get in the car. Ugh, my heart races. I'm too scared to do anything more than back out into the driveway. I'm never going to get my license. Step 2. Put your fear into context. Next, on your worksheet, answer the question, logically, what is the worst thing that could happen? Okay, well, if your fear is of driving, the worst thing that could happen is you could wreck your parents' car, take out a mailbox, hit the neighbor's cat. You could run over your dad's foot. Okay, look, the fact that you're even nervous about driving shows that you're taking this seriously. So good for you. You're on the right track. Now let's do something to tackle this fear. Step 3, rationalize. Okay, look at what you just wrote down. What are the odds of that actually happening? Well, not huge. The odds of dying in a car crash are roughly 1 in 11,000. You're statistically as likely to get injured by a toilet, or struck by lightning, or win an Oscar. In fact, you're twice as likely to die riding a bike as you are driving a car. Teenagers have been learning how to drive since the horse and buggy went out of style. Sure, accidents happen, but know that fear often comes from the right side of your brain. The emotional side. Force this fear over to the left side of your brain and take time to think logically about your situation. Step 4. Force yourself to physically relax. Stretch. Take long, deep breaths. Get your breathing steady and your blood pressure down. Try to release any tension you're carrying in your body. When you get scared, you often tense up, and this can cause chronic pain. Step 5. Acclimate yourself to the fear. It's cliche, but sometimes the best thing to do is face your fear and try to get used to it. Usually, the more often you do something, the less scary it gets. Make a decision to put yourself in the path of things that scare you. As long as these things aren't dangerous, of course. All right, Wellcasters, to recap. Today we covered coping with our fears. Step 1. Put your fear under a microscope. Step 2. Put your fear into context. Step 3. Rationalize. Step 4. Force yourself to relax. And step 5. Acclimate yourself to your fear. Tweet us at WatchWellcast, email us at watchwellcast@gmail.com, or leave a comment down below. We'll see you next time.